And let me tell you, we are talking about the reverse bidding process. In fact, all major contracts now will be going for reverse bidding mode. And in reverse bidding through E-mode, what we are doing now for, in fact, the 165 megawatt block of solar power, people have agreed, 7 parties have, they have expressed their willingness for doing it in 8 months' time, and that too we have imposed a hefty LD clause of 15%, and with that, people are willing to participate in the reverse bidding. So the competition coming up. But yes, the renewable energy is going to be a challenge for the thermal generators. And the fossil fuel, perhaps, because the greenhouse impact and other things we have to consider. We have to consider in terms of the environment for which this DNOx and FGD things are there. Though I will not go into the details there, because FGD, what we feel, the other day, yesterday I was with Secretary Environment and with Secretary Coal. I just asked, sir, as I know, our coal here doesn't have much of sulfur. So perhaps the norms you are prescribing, unless you are using that typical northeast coal, we don't really require FGD as such. And FGD is costing us a lot. And that too, putting FGD or DNOx in new power stations, okay. But where you didn't have, in your drawing of the layout, space for FGD, putting it in existing power plants would be difficult. Why don't you look into that? In fact, I spoke to the Chairman Coal India, so combinedly, and Chairman NTPC, combinedly we are taking up this issue. So let us see to what extent we will be able to. At least for the existing power stations, we may not. We don't know, but till now, the environment guideline tells that we have to go for that. And coming to this trend of going into renewables, perhaps in the days to come, the way it is happening in Germany and other countries, the existing thermal power could be used as a supplemental power. There will be no backing down for the solar power. And solar power, as we all know, it is not a firm power, it is not a steady power. In fact, one day while interacting with a minister, I just told, sir, okay, solar power, sir, we are going for, but as I know, and now in fact it is almost 0 out of my 10 megawatt. It was 2.7 1 hour back. So now it is almost 0. So it will be like this. If I commit somebody 10 megawatt, maybe during lunchtime, I will tell, okay, sir, I will give you some 9 megawatt, whatever the efficiency is, and then you can go for your lunch in an air-conditioned room. But when it goes to night, I will request you to go for a candlelight dinner. And then he, why we have to tell you? So that is the way it is. Or else, give me the chance as a thermal generator to supplement. Because what will happen is, maybe daytime, when my solar intensity is at the peak, so 9 megawatt of solar will flow and 1 megawatt thermal, if I commit 10 megawatt. And in the night time, it will be exactly reverse. It could be 0 plus 10 thermal. So for the payment is concerned, we can go for the weighted average of both the tariffs, or it could be pay for my solar as you use with the solar as per the metering, and pay for my thermal. But this sort of thing should be available to the thermal generators. And in fact, I was the first person to tell him that you are allowing NTPC to go for bundling of this thermal with solar so that the average cost will come down. But I don't have any old units where the PPA period is over, because NTPC is having Singrauli, Korba, Ramgundam, and Farakka. Those are old generation plants where 25 years is over, so PPA period is over. So a government thought that they could be allowed to bundle that cheaper power with solar power and sell it. Then I told sir, in my case, except perhaps TPS1, and that too is a costly power now, because there I utilize 1.5% of the lignite that I should normally use in the lignite-based generation of a modern plant these days. So there it is a costly power for me. I cannot bundle that, though it is more than 54 years old. Kudos to our friends, those who have been running the old house with an enviable efficiency. Yeah, credit goes to you, dear. So in fact, so I pleaded that 15% of unallocated power can be given to me to bundle with my solar so that I can be competitive. That's one. And second, for wheeling solar power interstate, there should not be any cross subsidy. One suggestion was approved. Recently, it has come that for a movement of solar power, wheeling of solar power, interstate cross subsidy will not be there. One. Second, regarding this allowing the unallocated power to any generator to be used for the bundling purpose or the way you can sell even in the market, that perhaps with the existing thing will not be possible because state CBs and discoms, they are not agreeing for that. Could be when we add the new facilities, that can be looked into. There is a possibility that 15% of unallocated power, which goes as per the Gadgil formula, which is with the central, our Department of Power, Government of India. So that possibility is there to be given to the generators. And another thing also we are requesting now the government, when the RPO is coming, the renewable power purchase obligation, then every discom or SCB will have to buy certain percentage of power, that is the renewable power. So in that case, the thermal supplier, the generator, should have the first right of refusal. But then minister asked me, yeah, it's okay, you are asking, okay, you should have the first right of refusal, will be competitive. Well, yes, sir, will be competitive, but allow us. So maybe that sort of legal framework also will come, which will help us. And in fact, let me tell you, in our total plan of capacity addition of 20,000 megawatt total to be, we have something around 4,000 megawatt solar as a portfolio, because we know the emerging trend will be making it compulsory for us to go into renewables in a big way. And in fact, yesterday when I was there with our minister, we had a full day exercise where basically the exercise was on transforming India, taking the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister forward. And there, the view was truly so, our Honorable Prime Minister feels that way. And in fact, this is not the time to talk of incremental improvements. Incremental improvements we have been talking about, thinking about doing. That is not something that India requires. If we think in terms of transforming India, perhaps our growth has to be exponential. And that is what the exercise throughout the day we did with all the secretaries, up to the level of joint secretaries and directors in the ministry, and the CMDs of all this thing coming under renewable energy, coming under coal, coming under mines, coming under power. And there all our directors joined through the video mode. The main thrust was how to achieve this exponential growth. Exponential growth will be possible only when we are aware of the market scenario, we take stock of our existing capacities and capabilities, and we keep on pushing the boundary where we find that new ways of doing the things and doing new things. And as I always tell you, I will never be happy, I am not happy that people know for our existence. We should be known for our excellence. That is the way I look at things. You have been delivering, and I know you will deliver it more. And now, let me tell you one more thing. I was in fact just smiling when Dr. Pawar told that these things have been kept in our KPAs. Yes, I am the culprit. I am the culprit for that. It is not only for the 60th year. I had in mind that if we think in terms of excellence, we cannot restrict ourselves to whatever we are doing, thinking that perhaps this is the best thing available. Maybe we'll have to find out how others are doing. So with that in view, I told in each domain of my business, be it HR, be it finance, be it contracts and project management, be it power, we should have workshops and seminars of excellence. This is basically in pursuit of excellence. So we have already had 2 in the series. This is the second one. Next one is contracts and project management that is coming up, where we are partnering with Scope. They are partnering. They will be coming over here. And next will be finance, and next is mines. In fact, the proposal was to do it somewhere around December. Director of Finance had put up the proposal, though I have mentioned November and December, God willing, if the rain god helps us, perhaps we will be going smooth, or else I am a bit afraid of the way we got impacted last year. So that should not happen. And our preparedness for handling the monsoon, when our mines will get flooded, hopefully this year it should not happen. When we will have a wet lignite, we should not suffer the way we suffered last year. And the man with the cap is there. The next day on 10th, when I was there in TPS 1, I told him, show me a space where at least we can stack dry lignite under canopy for at least 5 days. So that was the situation. So this year time, I had been promised by all unit heads of mines and Mr. Sankaran over here, sir, at least 5 days stock we'll have, even if it rains, even if the entire our lignite there becomes wet, we will have minimum 5 days. And I am not expecting that this year it will again repeat, that we will lose our mining under the cover of water for almost a month, which happened last year. And this sort of things we can always hold in hotels outside. But yes, as rightly put by Director Power, I wanted it to be here for two things. One is to build the brand name of NLC. NLC should be known for many good things. And the process of doing the things, having a digital screen with all beautiful facilities over here, that was my dream that is coming true. And with every time, every seminar, I'm finding it that things are better. And I know the only thing is I'll have to tickle the funny bones of our people that yes, come, you can do it. And it is being done. And then another thing what I have in mind when we held the Raging Day, it is not exactly 60th year, okay, fine, and but 60th year perhaps is the young period, once we retire, but these days nobody retires exactly, so a lot of steam left. But in a company which has grown steadily over the years, so 60th year is nothing, 60-year young company I should tell. And on that occasion, people, those who built this company, those who gave the sweat and toil to this company, we have many of them over here, our retired EDs and our retired directors. And the other day when I invited all former CMDs, I just told, sir, you were the torch bearers, and now you are the goodwill ambassadors of the company. So let me dedicate this Raging Day that we'll be celebrating every year as the Day of Gratitude. So we'll celebrate, this company will celebrate the Gratitude Day on its every Raging Day in honor of all the people in all ranks who built this company, who took this company from strength to strength. And now coming to little brass tracks. In summing up, I found many good things have been done, many good papers have been presented. But please list down the takeaways which will strengthen here NLC so far as the concern areas are concerned. Could be, we spoke of blending. When my lignite offtake is not taking place, it is not competitive in the market for sale purpose, with petcoke being cheaper, with petcoke not getting levied, the clean energy cess and others. So when my uptake is not there, practically my one mine is remaining idle. But there we are